Oh, I got so much stuff here. Let's take a look at it. This is Swords of Wizardry Light right here. 4 pages, 3 levels. Get you going into role-playing games, obviously. This side here is going to be for the players, and this side here is going to be for the Dungeon Master. It's got 18 monsters. It's very easy. It's all very compact and in there. But I've got so much stuff to look at. My buddy went to Gary Con. He was able to go by the Frog God Games booth, and he picked up a bunch of stuff for me, which I was very, very pleased with. And so, yeah, some stuff that I didn't realize was going to be in there were these cool character sheets. So there is the fighter right there. So it's got all the information you need, a little bit of art, and it's got a character sheet on the back. So in essence, Swords and Wizardry Light, with this, you're ready to play right there. Just hand that to a player. You've got your fighter. Here's your cleric. It's got all the spells that they have. Only got 3 spells for this. This is only 3 levels. And if you want more levels, you could try out. I guess when it's released, Swords and Wizardry Continual Light. I enjoy the little name game thing. I think that's pretty cool. Which is going to go up to level 7, I believe. So they obviously got a future for this game, and you just got the turning table right there for the cleric as well. And then you've got Magic User. It's going to have all the spells. You're going to have up to level 2 spells. There's going to be 3 of those and 5 level 1 spells. And again, a little bit of art there. I enjoy that. It's pretty good. And then the Thief. We all know the Thief likes to steal stuff and stab people in the back. And it's got the rules for a thief right there on it. So I thought those were very cool. Did not know they were going to be in there. And I got 2 copies of each. So that was pretty cool. And then it all came in this Swords and Wizardry Legion, which I guess is going to be kind of like a fan club that you can sign up. I guess you can either sign up on Facebook, or there's an email that I have. I guess I'll put it down below. And I'll probably be using the email since I'm not on Facebook. So that's pretty nifty. And then there's also these, signed by Mr. Tenkar himself, it looks like. Pocket Creatures Volume 1. This is a little pay what you want. 3 creatures with some art for Swords and Wizardry Light. 2 more creatures there. And then there's Pocket Creatures Volume 2 that were there as well. So yeah, that was very surprising to see. And I got 2 copies of Swords and Wizardry Light, so I can have one for me and hand them out to a player. And if you want to have 2 players want to play a magic user, or 2 players want to play a cleric, got 2 of those. So bunch of loot, very cool. I couldn't attend Gary Con this year, so I'm very thankful for my buddy for picking it up, and thankful obviously for them for having all this stuff to hand out, sweet swag at the con. This is a free game, other than it being some of the pocket creatures are pay what you want, so you can throw them some money that way if you enjoy it. Really the standouts for me are just the easy to play, the quick, how it's laid out. The adventure packs for equipment is great, because equipment sometimes will slow down a character creation. I like that High Charisma gives you a torch bearer, so you can have somebody run around with you, lighting the way. And I think it's a good assortment of creatures, between goblinoids, monster, like normal type of giant rats, trolls, wargs, and then it's got your undead, your ghouls, your skeletons, your zombies. So nice little assortment right there. This is going to take you on to something else, obviously, and you can continue to play this if you'd like, and they're obviously supporting it. They've got a Torchlight fanzine that's going to be coming out. And it looks like with the Legion, they're going to have, I just saw they have a Tomb of Horrors light for it, for people who sign up for that, I guess. So, it's got a future that they're building on. And, it's quick, easy access play for role-playing. I don't see why you couldn't play tons of different types of adventures for this. There's nothing really holding it back. Obviously, I like the Pocket Creatures name since I've got my Pocket Fantasy game. But this is I'm very pleased at all the stuff that I got. Black Blade Publishing, who also attended Gary Con, gave out these packets of graph paper. So with that, you could go right into making up your dungeon so you can kill stuff and take its loot, and become rich, big adventurers in the land. And speaking of the land, the back of the folder has got this cool map on it, and it's got plenty of different. I'm not sure exactly where this is, or if this is tied to a setting or something. I'm not 100% savvy with Swords and Wizardry Complete, which is the full game, as well as maybe some settings and stuff that are based around it. But it's got a desert, it's got mountains, it's got an ice plateau, plains, woods, hills, water, cities, obviously. So yeah, you could put a lot of your adventures in there. Just make it up all, just by reading this. If you don't know about that setting, that maybe this comes from, and just go from there and create something so that you could, start new players, or people who, the thing too is, people not having a lot of time. Lighter games, are obviously pretty popular. You may not have enough time, or you may not have people that are really wanting to delve into the book. We've all been there, and so to to go around that, how many times have we had a player that has had the book in front of them and they ask you a question? I'm like, the book's right there. So right now, instead they've got the character sheet in front of them. And man, you can't get any more simpler than that. I mean, if they can't figure it out on this, they got something else going on. Because this makes it all very, very easy. So yeah, there it is, Swords and Wizardry Light. This could take you on to a whole bunch of different other stuff. Complete, white box, make you check out some other, a little bit more thorough games, and maybe you'll continue on with that. Continue on with Continual Light. There it is. And then maybe check out that fanzine. Who knows what's going to be in that? To explore it more and to give it some more life to it. So there it is, Swords and Wizardry Light. Check it out.